What's up, guys? It's Jake CO here, and today we're going to go over the Train Like a Pro blueprint. This is how you're going to elevate every aspect of your game in 90 days. So I'm going to show you my exact method for becoming an elite player in that time frame, and this can be done while you're still playing on your high school teams, AAU, or even just working at your job. So this is real training, real commitment on your end, because we get real results. So here's what that looks like. Look at Nick. He increased his three-point percentage by 15%. He added 8 pounds of muscle all in one offseason before going to play at the University of San Diego. This is Pasha. He was also in the same boat as Nick. He increased his spot three-point percentage by 30%. He gained 11 pounds, and he increased his vertical by 4 inches, all in one offseason before going and playing at Fresno State. And take a look at Isaiah. He gained 10 pounds of muscle. He increased his points per game average by 50% or 57%, as well as his assists per game by nearly double. And he also increased his three-point percentage by 25%. He's already made more threes this season than he did all of last season while playing on his national team and AAU. Take a look at Bryce now. He gained 15 pounds while working with me. He increased his points per game and assists per game, all areas drastically, while playing football and making an elite AAU team in the Bay. Now here's Joe. He's a high school senior. He's about to be a college guard next season. He gained 4 inches on his vert and got his first dunk. He also gained 15 pounds of lean muscle in that same time frame, and he increased his in-game three-point percentage by 15% from last season to this season. So I want you to tell me if this sounds familiar. You spend lots of time in the gym. You work hard, you take the game very seriously, and you show up to compete every practice, every game, whether you're on a high school team, AAU, or just playing a league, or even just go playing at pickup games. You're committed to winning no matter what. But sometimes you take a step back, something doesn't feel all that right. You know you could be better. You know you could probably shoot better. You know your handle could be a little bit tighter. You want to jump higher. But instead of leveling up, it just seems like everyone else is passing you by. So this is the real truth. It's not about working harder. It's about having a plan and sticking to that plan. A plan that sharpens your weak areas, doubles down on your strengths, and transforms your entire approach to the game. So this is my story. This used to be me. This was me in high school. I had no offers. No colleges were looking at me. I used to go to all these camps just hoping for someone to talk to me, and it just didn't work out. I was working very hard, but I was deeply insecure. I didn't really have that much confidence on the court. And I was always constantly frustrated with ankle and knee injuries, especially ankle ones. And I didn't have any sign of elite genetics, no crazy vertical or anything. I just really thought my hard work would translate to more results. So after I graduated during COVID, I hit rock bottom. The realization was this: nobody wanted me on their team. I had no offers, and I didn't necessarily have a plan. No one wanted me on that team for that season, except there's a small sliver of hope. One school in particular said that I could possibly play the next season. And so that was enough for me. That was enough for me to go all in on this again, to go all in on basketball. And I developed my own plan and I stuck to my process. So in just a few months, I built a system that didn't just build muscle and boost my basketball skills, but I also learned how to train and fix my injuries that were holding me back for so long. So I could play pain-free. So I basically fixed the injuries and I basically forged a new identity on and off the court. And this was the result. I gained 15, 20 pounds of muscle. I was in the best shape of my life up to this point, and it felt like basketball was actually fun again. You know, I was playing pain-free. It was fun. And boom, it's funny how things work out that way. The University of San Francisco called me 3 weeks before enrollment closed, and they offered me a spot on their roster. It was truly a dream come true. But there was an issue. I worked so hard to get myself to Division I shape. But when I went to my first couple of practices, I felt absolutely lost. I mean, I was D1, right? I was at the peak of my athletic potential so far. My skills were sharp. I was in shape. So what was holding me back? Every practice felt like I was drowning. My confidence was gone. The game that had always felt natural really felt foreign now. And so after one just practice, I remember like it was yesterday, I really thought I was going to get cut. And the worst part about all of this wasn't even basketball. It was just watching everything I built up to that point, realizing my dream just start to slip away. My edge, my confidence, my identity. Like the dream that I chased for so long was just turning into a nightmare, it felt like. And here's the thing. I was forced to make a choice though. I knew that I couldn't back down. I was here. I was at the Division I level. This was my only shot at college basketball. I was not going to make excuses because of practice schedules, travel, or classes when I say I wanted to get better. So I had to transform again, not just my athleticism, not just the skills, but the entire approach to the game. So instead of workouts and just hoping for the best, I needed a complete system. I needed a routine that covered everything, skills, strength, recovery, all working together in one motion, something that I could stick to no matter what my schedule was. So I consulted with my coaches. I created a plan. I had to attack my weaknesses. I had to double down on my strengths and I had to fall in love with the process and to stop running from discomfort and to treat the game like a pro does. What happened next not just transformed my game, but my entire Division I career. And now I've refined this exact system into a 90-day blueprint that any serious player can follow. I got into the best shape of my life. If you see here, I was 190 pounds, less than 10% body fat. I had almost a 40-inch vertical. I increased my spot three-point percentage by 20%. And I was playing just absolute best basketball of my life. It was fun. It was competitive. And I was competing against the best players in the world day in and day out. And so now I've refined this system into the Train Like a Pro blueprint, helping tons of hoopers achieve the exact same transformation. And so every drill, every workout, it's college stamped, it's D1 stamped, not only because of my own journey of gaining 15 pounds of muscle and developing a 37-inch vertical, but it's been refined through all the players that I've helped that I showed you at the beginning of this video and countless others. So we're not just working on isolated skills here. We're building complete athletes who are explosive, who are injury resistant, and understand how to play the game at a very high level, who are willing to be uncomfortable. So who is this for? This is for players who are tired of being overlooked, athletes who know they have more to give, hoopers who want to jump higher, get stronger, and elevate every aspect of their game, and players who want to train smarter, not harder. Who is this not for? Players not ready to train with purpose. Those not willing to give an hour a day. Players who are looking for secret shortcuts, quick fix drills. Players who won't trust the process. The good news about all of this, you're only 90 days of focused training away from becoming a completely different player. And if you're already in the gym, putting in hours, bro, you're already halfway there. You've already built the work ethic, but now we need to make those hours count. So this is my promise to you. I will promise to elevate all areas of your game. I promise to add 10 pounds of lean muscle to you. I promise to increase your vertical leap by 4+ inches and also boost your shooting percentage by 15%. But I'm making bold claims. So how does this even work? I'll show you. I treat my training, my 90-day protocol, in 3 phases. Phase 1 is the foundational period. Here's where we set the standard. Here's where we set the baseline. I conduct a pro level assessment. I ask for specific drills. I ask for specific lifts so I can get a sense of what you need to work on. This is how we introduce the drills that we will track over the 90 days. We will track the specific points that you need to work on. We have it visually, and we'll be able to highlight all the weaknesses that are out there. We'll also implement the correct techniques on lifts, jump form, shooting form, and we will begin to make this a habit and emphasize it over and over again. Focusing on shooting, dribbling, footwork. There's a baseline skill level you need to have. You need to shoot the ball out of that certain clip to even think about playing at the next level, right? So we're just building this baseline here, as well as the strength training and mobility as well. We're introducing new routines that you probably haven't done before. This is weeks 1 through 4, and we're building a rock solid foundation. Phase 2 now, we're ramping it up. This is when we're focusing more on the positional side of things for basketball. We're introducing game-like situational drills, and we're really emphasizing now going game speed in everything that we do. Now, off the court in the weight room, we're taking that athleticism to a new level. We're enhancing our speed, power, and vertical jump through advanced plyometrics and a more intense approach to lifting. Not necessarily a lot of reps, but more intense quality reps. So on top of this, you're going to be getting into better shape. We want to make sure that we're in the best shape possible on that court. You can separate yourself no matter where you are by just not getting tired. And we'll remind ourselves that it's all mental, that we can always push ourselves a little bit harder. So the results of all of this in phase 2, the training is now translating directly into the game. Phase 3, you're feeling good now. We built some momentum. We're 60 days in. We are going to start breaking down this specifically to your position and to what you need to do to compete at that next level or whatever it is in your goals. And so we're already going to have plenty of film sessions by now. So you're going to already know what you need to do when you're just breaking down your own film. It's going to be a very clear difference from your first week on this program. And also in this phase, we're looking to optimize, right? Our prehab routine is habitual now. Our mobility needs are addressed daily, and we're really optimizing for peak performance so that when we're on that court, we are playing our absolute best basketball and we're feeling our absolute best as well. After all of this in phase 3, you're going to learn something. You're going to learn that you were a lot mentally tougher than you were before. Your confidence has been earned and chiseled on and off the court, and we do this through a next play attitude. This game has so many possessions. Basketball is so fast. You can't dwindle and worry about one possession that you might make a bad shot or make a bad pass or get scored on. Next play, next play. By now, we're a complete player in all realms. But I just threw a lot at you. And so we need some guardrails to hold us in check, to keep us balanced, right? So rule 1, we're going to really emphasize approaching training like games. Every drill that you should do should mimic real game intensity and situations. So this ensures your skills translate directly to performing when the lights are the brightest. We're focusing on our high ROI workouts. We're getting the most out of our time. We're being intentional, we're being intense, and we're staying consistent. And I want you to always, always, always understand why you're doing a certain drill. I'm not just going to throw random stuff at you. We're going to focus on quality over quantity always. This is the skills breakdown that we're going to hit 4 to 5 times a week. These are the lifts and the exercises we're going to focus on. Rule 2 now, this is super essential. Vitality. Would you put water in a Lambo? No, you put the best gasoline. So why are you putting junk into your body? Why are you putting processed stuff into your body when you say your goal is to go play at that next level, right? We are emphasizing the nutritional aspect of the game. We're going to fuel our body for peak performance. We're going to strategically time our meals before and after, focusing on high protein so we can recover and do it all again the next day. And we really want to introduce a very simple and repeatable nutrition plan. Here's an example meal. We'll get into this later, but with this plan comes full meal and cost breakdowns and where to get the stuff. Rule 3, pro level durability. We're going to prevent injuries before they even happen. We're going to have smart recovery between our sessions. We're going to listen to our body signals, and we're going to build sustainable habits that you will do long after our 90 days are up. Multiple workouts a day, work and school and family, it really can seem like a lot. So it's important that we have our energy down. Everyone has the same 24 hours. We have the same 24 hours as people like Jeff Bezos, Elon, LeBron, but not everyone has the system to turn those hours into limitless energy. And so when you train like a pro and you fuel like a pro and you recover like a pro, that's when you start performing at levels you probably didn't think were possible. You really want to do this naturally as well. And I recommend getting in the sun 10, 20, 30 minutes a day, walking after every single meal to improve digestion, to prevent crashes after meals in the afternoon, for example. And we want to avoid blue light at night to make sure we're getting the most out of our sleep. These are the success metrics. We track specific shooting percentages. We track all lifts and the weights that you do for those lifts. And I really want you to learn how to build your own routine, to recognize what you need to work on, and to hold yourself accountable by taking action on those goals. But let's all talk about the elephant in the room, the investment, right? You don't have time. But the system requires only 7 to 10 hours per week. That's less than you spend on social media. That's way less than a couple of Netflix shows or movies, and it's only 6% of your week. I ran the numbers. Your schedule might be too chaotic. This system is built for chaos. We thrive in it. We adapt. I work with you to build the best schedule possible. I'm working with you, not against it. I know you might have tried other programs in the past, but this isn't another training program. It's a complete rewiring way of how to approach the game. What we build in 90 days lasts forever. But what about the investment, the cost? What's the cost of staying where you are? What's the cost of sitting on the bench for another season? What's the cost of, an opportunity to catch a coach or a scout's eye that's slipping away? You're standing in practice wondering, what if, right? You're watching less dedicated players than you pass you by and get more attention than you. Remember, this blueprint was built for serious players who thought they couldn't find the time to train at an elite level. Whether you're balancing school, multiple teams, a job, family commitments, if you're willing to put in the focus to work, this system will transform your life. Think about your future self. Close your eyes, just think about it. You don't have to. But picture yourself stepping onto that court, no matter who is on it, knowing you're going to play your own game, knowing that you're going to dominate. I don't care if Steph Curry and LeBron are on the court. You're going to play your game no matter what. Imagine that feeling. Moving on and off the court with unbreakable confidence. Other players looking to you in clutch moments. Not stressing about a missed shot or turnover because you know you're going to get it back. Being that guy who's living right on and off the court. This is the timeline. This is what you can expect. Phase 1, we covered. Days 1 through 30 is the awakening. In the first week or two, you're going to feel that initial energy surge from proper nutrition. Your older habits are going to start breaking down. You're going to be like, man, why was I staying up till 2 playing video games, right? This is the first sign of making some progress. You might be jumping a little bit higher. You might be moving heavier weight. And then by week 3 and 4, that mental fog might lift. You might have a heightened sense of intuition, and you might be feeling a little bit more energized. You have a sharper focus and presence on the court. Your confidence is building, recovery is getting easier, and others actually start noticing your changed approach. Now, by days 31 through 60, week 5, we're accelerating now. Explosive power is visible. The game is slowing down a little bit. Your training intensity, training at game speed, is starting to feel natural. By week 7 and 8, recovery between sessions gets faster. You can do more. Your confidence is soaring in game. Your habits are second nature. And people are definitely asking you now, what are you doing? How are you getting better this quick? Phase 3 now, we're dominating. Days 61 through 90, elite athleticism is normal now. You feel so much better. Your mental game is locked in. Everything's slowed down. You have complete command of your on-court movements. Others are looking to you as the standard. By week 11 and 12, this full transformation is visible to everybody. You're feeling unstoppable on the court. Pro-like habits, it's now your lifestyle. You're playing at levels that you probably thought would take years for you to get. And I can make these bold guarantees because I've watched hundreds achieve these exact results, even with insane work schedules, regular travel, everything that we mentioned earlier, right? So if they all can do it, I know you can too. But here's the reality. This window won't stay open long. Every day that you wait means your energy's dropping, opportunity to improve, opportunity to be seen diminishes, and your potential remains untapped. You continue where you are now, basically being stuck. So the cost of waiting, it's not just physical. It's not about the game. It's everything else that comes with it. So you have 2 paths. Path 1, stay where you are. Keep planning to get extra work in. Continue hiding from photos because you don't like the way that you might look. Watch others command the court. Give them the ball in clutch moments. Let another year pass you by. Or you can take control. You can transform your passion and love that you have into this game into power, your potential into performance, your love for the game into a level of play that turns heads and opens doors everywhere that you go. So this is your moment to stop dreaming about playing your best game and actually start living it. This is the next step. You've already proven that you have the passion and dedication. So now it's time to build that system that turns your hard work into game-changing results. The player you know you can be is waiting on the other side of this decision. Which pill are you going to take? So if you're ready to transform into the complete player that you know you can be, to build explosive power that lasts all game, follow a proven system that works with your schedule, and to turn your basketball passion into a new lifestyle, then let's have a conversation. Take the first step. I would be absolutely honored to help you get in the best shape of your life. Pick a time on my calendar. Let's talk about it. All right? I'll see you later.